Welcome back, Royale family, to Queen AshDee vlog, and I am back, you guys, with another sit down video. Yay, you guys! We have not done a sit down video in so very long. So today, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do a sit down video. I'm looking down because I could have sworn I knew the topic of what sit down video I wanted to talk about. Today's sit down video will be about the truth about being a single mom of two, you guys, by two different men. So I wanted to go ahead and get into that. If you guys hear anything behind me, you know, it's people outside of this door who's still living their lives, doing what they do. But anyway, up in here, y'all, we're gonna talk about how it feels to be a single mom of two kids, you guys, all by myself. You know, the truth, hunty, the truth. Let's talk about how I feel, okay? Like, let's focus on me right now, all right? So I will start with my son, okay? Because like I said, I have two children by two different guys. How the heck did that happen? Starting off with my son, I had my son with my high school sweetheart, and when we got around 18, 19 years old, that's when we started fooling around, and that's when I got pregnant when I was 19 years old. But when I was 19 years old, you guys, I seen such a big change and difference in him. All the things that he didn't do when I, you know, because I met him at like 13 years old, throughout high school, all the things that he started to do, it wasn't like him. And, you know, just doing a lot of stuff. He started popping pills, like all type of stuff, you guys. And I wasn't really about that life. And then secondly, he started to become very disrespectful. So it all just kind of ended into being in an abusive relationship with him. I never knew how bad I don't with disrespectful people, but I do not mess with disrespectful people. Like, that is my #1 pet peeve. I hate disrespectful people. And I stayed for 2 years, you guys, but I literally, it ended with him jumping on me his final last time, honey, and I had to end up getting a CAT scan of my brain to see if he, you know, cracked my skull or if I had any damage to my head. And the doctor actually sat down with me in the hallway, and he was like, I had postpartum OCD, you guys. It's a very severe part of postpartum. Is something that lasts past 6 months. So I had a very severe case of postpartum depression. This is with my first child. I didn't know what the heck that was, you know, none of that. So around this time, you guys, Airee dad is basically transitioning into an adult male. And, you know, adult men in their early stages, they're hard-headed. They just do a lot of just stupid stuff. And honestly, at that age, if I could go back, I wouldn't have been with him at all. Like, at all, until he hit a certain age, a certain level of maturity. Yeah, at that time, we was just not meeting eye to eye, and I was going through things myself, and I just felt like the person that I started to identify was someone totally different than who I met. You know, he started to change tremendously as an adult male, calling me out my name and so on and so forth. So I started to become really disrespectful back to him, like, hey, I ain't liking that, I ain't feeling that. I never knew how outspoken I was until a motherfucker started disrespecting me. I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? Don't talk to me like that. Respect me. Put some respect on my name, okay? You know me for a long period of time. You're not about to disrespect me because you're a grown-ass man now. So, you know, me and him started to bump heads a big time, you guys. Also, like I said, postpartum depression makes you really moody. So eventually I was like, listen, I'm tired. I'm not about to keep, you know, because he would have me, you know, drop him off, come get him at 2, 3 in the morning. I mean, back to back to back to back on a every weekend basis. So I eventually just got tired of it. Like, I was getting sick and tired of him. Eventually, you know, we just started to bump heads, and things just started to get tense. We started to fight a lot. And, you know, in the beginning, it was all about my postpartum, and then I had slowed down, like, okay, I'm not gonna put my hands to you, I'm not gonna touch you, because, you know, sometimes girls think we can, you know, tap them, pop them, you know, things like that. And he was being disrespectful. He was coming in late and, you know, doing what dudes do. But we never had ever been physical with each other. So maybe after 1 or 2 situations, I told him, like, listen, I'm done with this. I'm chilling on this. If I'm going through postpartum depression, I'm going to the hospital, I'm getting help, which I did, you guys. So after I got help, you guys, he decided that he didn't want to stop what was going on. So he started to do a lot of abusive things to me. And this is when abuse started coming in strong, because now he was like doing stuff like saying my money was his money. You know, he was punching me in my face, you know, just all type of abusive things to me, biting me, you know, forcing me to do things that I did not want to do, and just highly disrespecting me. it just became a very abusive relationship. However, we did have a child together, and my grandmother would keep my son whenever we had intense arguments, but it was like constant arguments. So I was just like, listen, this relationship is not healthy for me, it's not healthy for you, and it's not healthy for our child. So we just need to part ways. So I had broke up with him a few times because I was kind of like, you know, I was, you know, young, but I still was thinking as a parent, like, this ain't healthy for our child. And at the end of the day, my child comes first. So I was just like, you know, me and you, we just got to break up. And he never wanted to break up. He wanted to stay in this little toxic bubble that we had. And I guess I was just over it. Like, I was over the whole toxicity, if that's even a word, toxicity. But I just was so over the whole toxic relationship situation. So I kept like leaving him. And I kept leaving him because it was just a abusive, toxic, poisonous relationship, and I wanted my son to have one of the utmost best lives. So I just made a decision on the behalf of myself and my child. It is really crazy how life is. It's crazy how, you know, you could be really close to people one day, wake up with them, go to sleep with them, like, and then in the next moment y'all don't mess with each other at all. Airee recently seen his dad this year, maybe around February. And his dad came in real quick. To me, I felt was disrespectful to his son. He didn't take time out to get to know his son. It was just it's a lot of a backdrop on that. So I feel like I want to do a story about that later on. Yes, basically his dad is a deadbeat. He doesn't, you know, pay any child support. He doesn't do anything. I haven't received a dollar, dime, a penny, nothing. Nothing from him since the day we broke up. Airee has seen him only because I have came to their family, or me and his mother got in touch some way, somehow. His mother is just as deadbeat as he is, because honestly, she's a very moody person. And you know, if you don't tickle her feather, if you don't, you know, I don't know, like, she's a very moody person. So when things is not her way, then she like, well, whatever, I don't care, take your child, I don't care. He'll come over here when he 15, 16. Like, she's just as immature as he is. So I know the apple don't fall far from the tree. So he gets a lot of that from his mother. So yeah, kudos to him and his family. Yeah, Airee is good. He's good over here. But that's basically what happened. I don't want to go too deep into details with them because I do not care. Okay. Yeah, I don't mess with Airee dad. No, we don't mess with each other. I don't fuck with him. He don't fuck with me. And we know that. Okay, so I ended up breaking up with him because I did let him know in the last time I was with him, if he put his hands on me again, I was leaving his ass, and I meant it. And he did. And he did. And that ever since that day, we broke apart. Now, when I came back to Illinois recently, a year and a half ago, we did hook up. We did. I know, shame on Ashley. But I had to sit back. I had to think. I had to use my mind, because when I was hooking up with him, I promise you guys, the entire time I kept getting flashbacks of who he really was. And I just kept telling myself, like, girl, you need to break from this dude. Like, just stop messing with him. You know, don't get back wrapped up in that cycle. So yeah, I end up moving on, and that's when I end up meeting my daughter's father. And when I met my daughter's father, everything was going good, you guys. We was having a great relationship, into 6 months in a relationship, and that's when I found out that he was cheating on me. Not only that, around the summertime is when he started to act different. Like, you know, he started to, like, you know, basically act like he's just getting sick of the house. He's tired of being at home. He felt locked in, locked down. Like, why can't I go out with my friends? Why can't I do this? You know, like, I'm a grown man. I can go anywhere I want to go. Like, just on some shady-ish, you know. I kind of tried to, like, rock the relationship through, because anytime I wanted to leave him, he would always beg me to stay. And I was just like, you know, you better fix this, because I felt like it was a fresh relationship. Like, Ashley, don't leave so quickly. But you know, I was watching the things he did. However, 6 months into a relationship, he cheated on me. I found out that he was cheating. He was talking to all of these different people. He had habits of, like, you know, going out and coming in real late, and like all these things that was red flags for me. Around that time, I was like, listen, it's a wrap. I don't want to mess with you no more. We done. Like, I'm done. So this dude get on, you know, just For me, honestly, I'm at the point now that I'm out of the relationship with both of them. I honestly don't even really want to be with somebody for real, because I just feel like people are a waste of my darn time. Like, people be wasting your girl's time. You know, my time is precious, so I don't have time to give you, okay? So I just be feeling like people be big time wasting my time. So right now, I just don't be looking at, I don't take anybody serious anymore. So when I was with him, he did all that falling. I mean, I've been through this before with Airee dad. So he did all that fall on his knees. I'm sorry. I thought you just didn't do it. Now you're sorry. Okay. So I stayed and I tried to work it out. And it just kept happening. The next month, because I found out July of last year that he, you know, had cheated. The next month, you guys, I was pregnant. Okay? And when I became pregnant, he got worse. He was staying out even later. He was doing even more stuff. He was coming in drunk. He was having all of these red flags and bad things. Like, and I told him the first time I found out that he was cheating, and I started seeing like how he was acting over the summer. I'm like, you about to straight up ruin a good thing. And if you ruin it, that's on you. Like, I'm leaving, but that's on you. When we were in a relationship, you know, around September, I found out I was pregnant in August. Around September, I kicked him out. And then I think near the holidays, I kicked him out again. And then it just started to become a pattern and a repetitive thing. So I had to kick my daughter's father out a couple of times. It was moments in that relationship where I felt like I was going to miscarry with my child, because that's how much he was stressing me out. And he didn't stop. He continued to do what he wanted to do for his own selfish reasons. So you guys, yeah, so he decided to continue to do what he was doing. And so it just became a pattern. And so I just got tired of him. So I was like, listen, I'm for real getting tired of you. When I was pregnant, y'all, I was so resentful of him, and I just really didn't like him in my pregnancy. I was not sleeping with him really. I was just like disgusted. I would just had him around because, you know, the baby, you know, I wanted him to come to the doctor's appointments, which he was there for that, but it was just like I was disgusted with the person that he was. And, you know, that's just how I feel about it. Like, I just feel like both of their dads are just I can say Airee dad does for her, but he still ain't here. So yeah, he sends $125 a week, $125 a week for her. I mean, it's more than what Airee dad is doing for him. But I'm still a single mom of two. I'm here by myself raising both of these kids, and neither one of these men left me. By the way, I'm a single mom by choice, but I refuse to be abused, and I refuse to be in a relationship where no matter what I say, how much I cry, how much I ask to be respected, that person continues to break any and every rule he possibly can break, and then turn around and be like, I'm sorry, I was just playing. Like, nah, bro, we ain't playing those games. Because you know what? It's not just about you. We got a whole family together, and I have feelings as well. So if I gotta, you know, cut you off and kick you out the door, then that's just gonna be what it has to be. So that's basically what I did, you guys. And, you know, I'm living my life, and he's living his life, and I wish him the best. And Airee dad, I don't have anything to say to him. Like, so that's that. Well, that's basically what it is with their dads, you guys. I got pregnant 5 years after having my son, so I feel like it's a pretty good, you know, time span. I did wait, you know, and I knew that I was done with Airee dad. Like, I was bound to have a child with someone else, because I just did not want to be with him like that. I couldn't trust him, and he's abusive. Period. He's abusive. He's abusive to who he's with now. And I mean, I just feel like some women are willing to take and deal with that. And then you have women like me that is like, I'd be damned if I sit here and continue to deal with somebody like this. Like, I'm not doing it, you know, period. If somebody else wants to deal with somebody like that, then girl, honey, child, I'll be a single mom all day before I sit here and let a man do that to me. I'm just saying, everybody's different. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Airee dad, his family is very disrespectful. Well, mainly it's just his mom. Like, his mom is just so disrespectful, and she doesn't even have respect. So how can your son, like, you know what I mean? Like, he came from you, he is you, y'all act alike. So I honestly don't expect much out of him anyway. So it's just like, it is what it is, honey. They just the deadbeat family, okay? And then Airee dad, you know, he does for her. His family is involved, but they still very shady. I'm just gonna call it what it is. His family's still very shady. He has a lot of females in his family. And yeah, they, you know, they try to walk around and act like they brother like the best dude ever, but you don't know what went on in our household. You don't have a clue of what went on in our household. I have never cheated on your brother. I have never done your brother wrong, and I'll be damned if he does me wrong. And if he do, I will kick him out, and if he do, I will leave him, and so on and so forth. So I mean, no matter what people think or may assume about me, I'm still a very strong person. I know my worth. And yes, I do give people chances, but only to a certain extent. And then I have to walk and just be strong enough to walk alone. That's the situation with both of them. How it feels, the truth about being a single mother from two people by two different men. First of all, the fathers are two different people. They come from two different families, and for both of them, it's not easy. I feel like Airee dad will definitely take the cake of it being more easygoing, but really it's not. Like, their families both talk shit behind your back. They both, you know, don't really, a lot of people, definitely African Americans, they just expect for you to just be a baby mother. They don't want anything more for you than to be a baby mother. And that's what I have gotten from both families. I remember with Airee dad, when me and his dad was going to attempt to get married, and his dad was going to go to the military. His mom like, no, don't do this, don't do that. His mother even called me and was like, how you gonna take care of my son? Like, what? Yes, y'all. Like, how I'm gonna take care of her son? Like, girl, bye. So that's how messed up they are in the head. Like, they feel like a woman is supposed to take care of their man. I bet she do feel that way, because that's all she did her whole life was take care of men, and I'm not here for it. I was cut from a different cloth. So, you know, with that whole situation, y'all, I just feel like, yeah. Then on the other end, Airee dad, you know, when I was pregnant with our daughter, with him, his family was talking trash about me, like the baby probably ain't even yours, and, you know, so on and so forth. So you're gonna get that a lot. Definitely when you're pregnant, unmarried, really, you're gonna get that a lot. People are going to automatically put you in the baby mama category, and they're gonna try to like shame you and downplay you and make you look like you're not nothing, even though you go to sleep with these men and you wake up with these men every day. You're taking care of them, you're doing them right, and they're doing you wrong. Nobody out there could ever say I did them wrong. I was a good girl, but eventually, yes, I did fade away. Eventually, yes, I lost interest in a person who don't treat me good and don't treat me well, just like any normal brain working human being. If somebody's not treating you well, then you don't talk to them. You're not going to be attached to them. You're going to lose interest in that person or in that thing. So yeah, I just lost interest in Airee dad, and I didn't want to be with him anymore. He did want to continue to be with me, and even to this day he still wanted to continue to be with me. The last time we talked in the past, but I did get pregnant, and it is what it is. You know, before I even got pregnant, you guys, I had chose a different man, and so he was upset about that. So, and then I chose Airee dad thinking that he was different, and you know, he's different in his own little special ways. But honestly, you know, I don't know what to say about these men. Like, I give up. I give up. I really do honestly give up on that. I just feel like if love is for me, it would just naturally come. But I don't have any more love to just be freely giving out. It has to be someone coming in my life like, I want to take care of you, I want to love you and be there for you. I can work and take care of myself, but when I say take care, like a man that's gonna rub your feet when your feet hurt, rub your back when your back hurt, be there at all your doctor's appointments when you're, you know, going through things, you know, when I'm pregnant, they catering to me, things like that. Like, I'm looking for that type of person, you know, a person that I can share all my secrets with and who won't tell my secrets and like he's my best friend. That's the type of person I want, and that may come from me or that may never come from me. But I feel like really with that situation, like even though I do have 2 kids, you guys, that's kind of just like life and love, you know. Just because you fall in love with people, that's the scariest thing about them. People can change like this on you. One moment y'all like tight, and then the next moment like y'all don't mess with each other at all. Like people act so phony with you. I think that's just life and love, and that's the scary thing about love. Anytime you fall in love, just know, baby boy, baby girl, you taking risks. Love is just like that. It's just like that. And if a person's not cheating on you, they're doing something else, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's just that. I'm very happy to be a mother to both of these amazing children. They came from out of my body. Okay, and I know for sure they're mine. I will always be there for them as long as I'm breathing. I love them to death, and I will do anything for both of them. They are equals in my eyes, and if their dads, you know, like I said, Airee dad is still there, but he's not here because I did move to the state of Cali, and he wanted to stay back in Illinois, and now he want to come to Cali, and like he needs to get his stuff together. I feel how they father their children is how they father their children. As long as I know that I'm being a good mom and I'm doing my best, the best that I can. Even if my kids grew up and like, you ain't a good mom, you can never say I'm not a good mom, honey. I literally sacrifice so much for them on a daily. And when everybody left, I still stood here for them, doing my part as a mom. And it's not I mean, it's good moms out there, but it's mothers that actually walk away and leave their children for dead. So I'm so proud of myself for that. But how their fathers come in their life and parent is how they parent. I can't be their dads. Even if I was with them, I couldn't take my end and their end. So I'm only doing what I can as a mom. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Being a single mother, you struggle. You know, definitely struggle with bringing groceries in, and, you know, just the pressure of just being by yourself. You don't have nobody to turn to and say, hey, can you help me? Or, hey, can you do this? Unless you're around a friend or a family member. And if they want to help you for their time being, they're like, oh, girl, I gotta go. You only have yourself to look to. You have to be very strong because, you know, even when you're sick, you got to take care of people. Even when you, just everything, you know. And it's like, I know for me, even if you are with a man, you still have to do the same thing. And that's the sad part about it, that men are very selfish like that. They really are. They're only going to go so far before they be like, nah, I'm not going to sit here and do that or whatever. I'm not going to sit here and miss out on work or anything. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. So being a single mother, you gotta work and take care of your kids. I haven't worked yet because my child ain't even 3 months yet, but trust me, honey, I'm gonna be back in the field and I'm gonna be working like I was with Airee. For them, they just go to work and they come home. So I feel like even if you're with that person, you still feel like a single mom. But the only difference is, like, you know, people picking up your bags, your groceries, helping you do certain stuff. Like when you're a single mother, you have to do everything by yourself. You feel like the man and the woman. It's crazy. And then, you know, sometimes it could just become very overwhelming. Sometimes I feel like you about to have a nervous breakdown and you need to take a second and you need to breathe in and breathe out and, you know, just relax for a second, or just cut off all the TVs and all the radios and just have a moment of silence. So yeah, I feel if you're a single mother, still take time out for yourself. Find a class, yoga class, get a membership to the gym, like something. Have some time to yourself. You know, catch you a babysitter, or, you know, maybe a family member that could watch your kids, someone that you really put your trust in and possibly raised you. That's how I look at it. So if you ain't raised me, then you can't watch my kids. Or if you ain't been in school, you know, certified or licensed to watch kids, or have a degree in watching children, then you can't watch my kids. And that's kind of how I look at it. Yeah, but still, get you somebody, go out, have a drink, like go to a event or whatever, or a concert or something like that. You have to still take care of yourself. As you know, I know, like, what is taking care of myself, trust me, like this right here, honey, okay? I be tired, but I be having moments like, you know what, go take you a shower, boo, go do your makeup. Like, you know what, even if you gotta take yourself out to breakfast and you gotta sit at that table by yourself, you sit at that table and have you a good breakfast, honey. Drink your orange juice. At least you don't have to deal with somebody, you know, that is not treating you right. And you know, a lot of people may look at you as a single mom like, I mean, people look down at me all day. She got 2 kids and she got this, and definitely, you know, that was with Airee, but now I have 2 kids, you know what I mean? I'm a single mom of 2, and then it's 2 different men. So, you know, it's a lot. For me, overall, what I've learned is self-love. I've learned to love myself, and every decision I make or made, I don't regret it, because I feel like if I made that decision, it must have been for a really good reason. I have my moments where I feel like I'm about to have a straight nervous breakdown, but I pray about it. That's how I get through it. I pray about it, and I wake up some days and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so proud of myself that I didn't stay in such a toxic relationship. Like, it could have really got bad. You know what I mean? I'm so proud of myself that I protected my kids in this situation. I wasn't selfish enough to where I was just thinking about me and my needs. Like, I just want to be with him even though we argue every day. Like, you know what I mean? At least I thought about my kids. Like, nah, I don't want arguing around my kids. I don't want fighting around my kids. At the same time, I still pat myself on the back for still being a very strong woman and standing my own and being like, no, I'm going to have somebody by any means necessary in front of me in my life who respects me and loves me for real, and who's maturely, you know, on my level. Just prepare to be alone. But you have to be strong. You have to be strong. Like, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's very hard. You're gonna date people and they're not gonna understand your life, you know. Sometimes I date people and they're like, oh, you got a babysitter? Or you have to, like, no, my kids come first. I can get a babysitter, I can do this, I can do that, but my kids come first. And you need to know that we can't be together if you cannot accept my kids. It's a package deal. I come with 2 kids, okay? It's not just me. It's a 3-piece, okay? It's not a single, it's a 3-piece. Not easy to date. You pretty much give your every dollar to your children, and you're literally like the man and woman in the household. You pay the bills and you nurture the kids. A lot of people be like, oh, see, yeah, that's why you're a single mama, because you know, you think you can be the man, and you when you dealing with 2 people who don't want to do shit or be shit, or just when you dealing with people who ain't about nothing or ain't on nothing, if you strong like I am and you not willing to settle, and you like, listen, I'll do it by myself if I got to. I didn't want to, but if I got to, I will. Then yeah, you ain't gonna be the woman and the man of the household. And I think that's another thing when you're dating, and when men come in, they're like, man, she's so strong, and she, you know, she's taking care of this and she's taking care of that. Single mothers are very strong, so when you come in their household, they're like, man, listen, take your shoes off at the door. Like, you gonna see both man and woman in her, because she gonna come at you, she gonna be protective over her family like a man, but you know, at the same time, she gonna nurture her kids like a woman. And it's tricky. So I know for the men it's not easy, but you just got to know her struggle. You got to know that, and you have to break down her walls to where she can have that trust in you. That's my advice to men coming in the situation, because you know, it's not easy. Let me bring my baby over here by the way, because I can see she's waking up. Unfortunately, you get with people that, you know, it just don't work out with. It doesn't work out. So that's that, y'all. But you gotta continue to live life and push forward, and that's what I do. I love my babies, and I ain't worried about their daddies. If they here, they're here. If they're not, they're not. I plan on getting on birth control. I really don't want to, because I don't like the way what birth control do to your body, to be honest. I don't like putting none of that stuff in my body, but I ain't trying to get pregnant either, okay, by anybody, because I still want to have my fun, you know what I mean? But I'm not trying to get pregnant with just anybody. I'm not trying to jump into anything so quickly right now, but eventually, yeah, I'm gonna want to date, and I'm gonna, you know, okay, but nothing serious, you feel me? Like, no. And I feel like why I'm in this moment, something serious may come along, and I'll know when it's right when it happens. But right now, I'm not forcing nothing. I'm focusing on myself. I'm trying to better myself as a human being. Like, it's things I have to work on. Like, I want to get therapy. Like, I've been through a lot, and I don't talk to a lot of people about it. Like, I talk to my grandmother a lot, but you know, like, I need therapy. I want to go to anger management classes because, honey, like, after all that been done to me, you know what I mean? Like, like, you be wanting to release that stress. Like, it's no way, sis, you don't want to release that stress. So of course I want to kick a couple of punching bags and punch them out. So I feel like I need a little anger management, and I need a little therapy for me personally. Like, my kids are good, but I feel like I'm a type of person where I'm always like, I'm strong, like, I'm good, like, nothing can phase me. Like, boy, whoop, if you leave, like, it is what it is, I'm good. But I don't be 100% good. Like, that stuff, it hurts. I'm still human. And so I feel like right now I just need to work on me. Like, I just need to work and focus on myself. And I'm not in nobody's face right now. Like, if I have a friend, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a friend somebody goes to the movies with, talk, chat on the phone with, throw a text here, throw a text there, flirt a little bit with, but nothing like major serious right now. No, I'm not into it right now. So I'm just focusing on me. I'm focusing on my kids, focusing on my career, and that's it. That's basically the truth about being a single mom of two. You're definitely going to be looked at a certain way, you know, and so on and so forth. It's not going to be easy dating. People are automatically going to judge you and criticize you. I was looking at The Real today, and they had a topic on a single mom actually wearing a fake wedding ring just because, you know, by her not wearing a wedding ring, you know, people look down on her for not having a man. But she felt like if she wore a wedding ring, then, you know, and she said she did feel, I think she was pregnant at the time, she felt more respected when she wore that wedding ring. It's just so crazy how people just shame people and look down on them. But it's a lot of people who are married and hate that person. Like, they dread waking up with that person and going to sleep with that person. I know what it feel like being in a relationship and being unhappy. Like, this person is not respecting any of my wishes. I'm not respected at all. And, you know, or I feel used, you know, or I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, you know. And so at the end of the day, even though those relationships are non-existent right now, I feel happy that I walked out of those relationships, because there's so many people that stay, so many people that die being in abusive relationships, or, you know, just, I'm not wasting my life on somebody who, not wasting their life on me, basically. Like, period. Life is a precious thing, so I'm not gonna waste my life on men who just ain't got it together. So I'm happy that I was strong enough to leave, because a lot of people are not. Mainly what I was just saying was, just because somebody married does not mean that they're happy. Just because they have kids and married does not mean that they're happy. Yes, I want marriage, but I'm not gonna idolize it either. I know Adrian was saying this on The Real. At some point you just gotta be like, huh, at the end of the day, I am a single mother. Yes, I did leave him. He was not doing me right, period, point blank. I'm here for my child, and what's up? I'm ready to get checked out when you go to the doctor. So I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't care what people think about me and my kids. I love my kids, and I don't care what's going on with their dads. I don't care if they have different dads. They both came out of my body, and I'm for certain their mother, and I'm doing my part as their mother, point blank, period. My personal life, who I'm sleeping with, who I'm with, has nothing to do with nobody. So I just feel like I don't have to answer those questions. Or when people are mean mugging or looking down at me, that's their problem. You're the one who got to figure it out. But for me, you know, I'm living my life and I'm doing my best, and that's all I can do. So I'm about to go ahead and wrap this up, you guys. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with this video. Hopefully you guys took some things from this. Just pray about it. Like, honestly, just pray about it, because just love is a big fat risk. You don't know. People always act perfect in the beginning, always, like story of our lives, right? But only time will tell how these people really are. But yeah, you just can't really pinpoint, who gonna do you right and who not gonna do you right, and you can't pinpoint that. But like I said, it's been people who's been married, they had 5 kids, and this man divorced them overnight, or she found out that he was cheating and she left him. Like, it's no freaking way of really like pinpointing, because really you have kids with these people, but at the same time, personally, that relationship, that's like I kept saying, like, well, my child father, my last child father, my daughter's father, he kept saying, oh, well, I'm just worried about her. Well, dude, I'm not gonna be in a relationship with you and you just worried about her. I love my daughter dearly, and she is, you know, one of the biggest worries, but we started this together. So if you're not worried about us and our personal relationship, then what the heck am I doing here? So what I did was I separated myself with him personally, and I made it a co-parenting relationship since he's just focused on her. And so that's basically what it is right now. If you guys are married or whatever, you have to focus on each other first, and then that will make you guys great parents, you know, together. But if you're just focused on the kids and, you know, I'm only worried about my kids, I'm only worried about my daughter, I'm only worried about my son, then you know what, y'all need to break apart and co-parent. So yeah, that's pretty much that, y'all. I'm getting really tired, so I'm about to go ahead and end this video. Hopefully you guys like it. Go ahead down and comment down below, and, you know, just kind of tell me your opinion on, you know, this topic. And if you're a single mother, go ahead, comment down below as well. You know, I want to hear your input on this topic that I basically am talking about today. So yeah, y'all, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, Royale family. Bye.